got the call. We thought you were dead or hanging by a thread, while the boys went down under. Yeah, the boys went down under. Oh, it's a release of a collection of stuff. It's not like, you know, the new album that I went in and wrote, and, you know, this is kind of like a photo scrapbook of like the last decade, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the songs are as old as like 9 or 10 years. Some of the recordings were done like maybe 2001 or 2, but the bulk of it was done within the last couple of years. And it's just kind of like songs that I wrote when I was 20, you know? Songs that I wrote 6 months ago, and they're all just kind of thrown in there. It's more of like what works the best. Actually, sequencing the record is kind of what made it. Because I had something like 36 tracks finished, and it was Kevin Barnes who sort of made me put it out. Because I've been playing these songs for the band for years, just kind of making them. And, you know, it's not like I didn't have any ambition to do this, it's just that I've been touring in a band that's been, you know, doing 260 shows a year for the last 7 years, and before that, like, recording 2 to 3 albums a year for 11 years. So I would just kind of like amass these things, and finally we were in a really good place with polyvinyl, and I was playing like a new song for Kevin or something, and he was like, "What is wrong with you? Why are we not putting this out?" So he called polyvinyl and said, "You got to put out Jamie's record, because he's not going to do it unless we tell him that there's a record deal, and then he'll do it." And so they said, "Okay." You know, you think I'd be comfortable with this? This is like my maybe like 13th or 14th record that I've put out in bands.
Yeah.
Well, I threw my guitar over the cemetery wall to BB, who was waiting inside. This one definitely feels a whole lot different.
Yeah.
Like it suddenly feels like I'm supposed to like be in charge of something instead of like being a part of something. I mean, people always think that the drummer holds the band together, but that's just crap. I played drums for 10 years, and I could do anything. You know, I could be like on my cell phone, it wouldn't matter. But when I'm standing in the front, it's a different thing. I have a different feeling of like, not pressure, but just kind of like, I gotta kind of change the way I'm doing things. I can't be like looking down at the floor or like, you know, blowing my nose. I gotta be like, you know. That's why I hired really, really good looking, really animated, very talented people for the band, because I want as like little focus on me as possible. And I want them to be doing like more stuff than me, so that people will be drawn. Check it out. I don't know, I mean, I hope they like it. I hope they fall in love with me. I hope they write me letters and aggressively pursue me, you know, in my spare time. Come after me in the night. I'm James Husbandkins. You're watching Baeblemusic.com.